All right, guys, on to day 5. Starting on page 59, we have some multiplication to do at the beginning, and it's got a lot of zeros. So one of the ways you can do is you can multiply it all out, or you can multiply the numbers that we have here that are not zeros. So 4 times 1. What is 4 times 1? 4. Now we're just going to add how many zeros after. How many zeros are there? 4. So 4 times 10 equals 40. Now what about 700 times 6? You can do 700 times 6. And you might have to if there are other numbers that could make it tricky, but these are all pretty easy with that. They all have 2 digits that are not zeros that you can multiply. So 7 times 6. What's 7 times 6? Let me give you a clue. Whenever you sneeze, say 42. Yep. So 7 times 6 equals 42. And then we have 2 zeros. So 700 times 6 equals 4,200. Did I put that? I put that in the wrong spot. This is what happens when you work on this backwards. So our comma. That was having a hard time coming up with the word for that. So our comma goes right after that first digit. So there's 3 digits in between each comma. All right, now we're gonna look at proverbs. Use the word in the word bank to complete the proverbs. So what is a proverb? It's a short saying that often states a general truth or a piece of advice. We've heard proverbs, and I bet you've heard the proverbs in all of this. We're gonna go over number 1 as an example, because I bet you're going to get it, but you just gotta be able to go over all the options. So 2 wrongs don't make a, if you don't know it, now we're gonna practice it. What sounds right? So you're going to look, 2 wrongs, go through each word and see. 2 wrongs don't make a bird. Yeah, good. 2 wrongs don't make a grow. 2 wrongs don't make a crying. No. 2 wrongs don't make a saved. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That sounds right, but I'm gonna go through all of the other options to make sure none sound better. 2 wrongs don't make a eggs. 2 wrongs don't make a boils. 2 wrongs don't make a well. So 2 wrongs don't make a right would be the one that makes sense in this. And you can look it up and see if you need help with those. So you're gonna do those. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Find which ones sound right. When you're done with right, you're gonna cross it off on your paper so you don't go back to it. And then the last thing of day 5 is on page 60. It says, look at the table about trees, then answer the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to have charts, tables, different graphics that are going to be on every test, every NWEA and MSTEP test. They've already been on them, and they're going to be on them. You are going to have to find information in graphs and tables when you are in high school, and if you go to college, you are going to need it for all of this time. So make sure you're very careful about this skill, because once you've got it, you've got it. And the biggest skill it is effort. You got to slow down. You got to take your time. Is it going to take you a ton of time? No, but you want to make sure you get it right. Okay. So look at the table about trees, then answer the questions. So you have this table here, cool beans. So number 1, cool beans. I haven't said cool beans in forever. Number 33, which tree has heart-shaped leaves? So you're going to look. They have all of these trees, and then they have these topics up here. This is the type of tree. This is the bark of a tree. This is the wood of a tree, and this is the leaves of a tree. So if the question is asking me which tree has heart-shaped leaves, which column am I going to want to look in first to find that characteristic of a heart-shaped leaf? I'm going to look in this last one that says leaves. Look at what each column and these rows are always titled, because that will give you some information, kind of that evidence to show you where to go. So the elm says oval-shaped, saw-toothed edges, sharp points. Is those heart-shaped leaves? No. What about heart-shaped or triangular with pointed tips? Birch. So you're gonna write birch down, but you're going to keep looking. Although it says which tree and not which trees, but you should probably take a quick look anyways. The rest of them don't have anything about heart shape. So that answer would be birch. It's important, guys, that you go back and follow this information and go back to the table and find it. Of all of the things that I ask you guys to be detectives for, these are some of my favorite. They're giving you evidence. They're saying, here, you've got all of this. Now find it. You got to sort through it. You got to put in the effort to find it. So, all right, good luck. Have fun with day 5.